I am the true alpha male, the living legend of hair loss, and your personal hairline hero. I want to tell you a true story. It happened last night in real time for me. My wife and I are working on dinner. We have 2 kids. And my son says, "Why does my sister always wear all those Band-Aids everywhere? She's not even hurt." And then my wife told him, "Well, you did that when you were her age, when you were younger." And he said, "I did? Why did kids do that?" And to which I said out loud, I said, because we are constantly, as human beings, trying to brand our identity to the world. And then I stopped and said, wow, I need to do a video about that. That's a true story. So here's the video about that. It's funny, sometimes our subconscious can reveal so much more than we're aware of that we know about the world. But think about this. We are constantly trying to brand our identity. And yes, this is a video about hair loss. I know it took a minute to get there, but I wanted you to hear that backstory. It's interesting. The number one age that people reveal in the comments, I'm not asking how old are you. People say I'm 19 and I'm freaking out about hair loss. That's then the age. And what I recently have been saying is, it's because now you're out of high school. And you're still carrying over high school and junior high mentality when your looks actually did kind of matter. Your brand mattered as far as how you looked. And then you get out of that and you enter adulthood and suddenly your looks aren't the thing. Like, you can spend so much time, energy, and money focusing on how you look, and it really matters so little because you're actually judged as a man. See, it's different when you're judged as a boy, but see, once you're out of high school, now you're being judged as a man. People are sizing you up. They're thinking, so what's he going to do with his life? What are his skills? What is he good at? Is he able to communicate with people? Is he able to believe in himself? Because confidence is like the main thing. So we see that, but it goes back to, we are constantly trying to brand our identity to broadcast that to the world. And so it's interesting to see that when we have people leave out of high school, but they're still thinking that they're being judged on the looks and that hair matters, when it totally doesn't. If anything, it helps to be bald young, because then you're forced to not depend on something so superficial. And no, nothing causes hair loss other than being born with the DNA. No, it's not a disease, so we don't need to look for a cure for it. But again, that's juvenile thinking. I'm 39, I think like a man. But so many of my viewers think like someone who's 20 years younger than me, which I'm sure I probably thought like that when I was 19. But I'm here to help you get a brain transplant, not a hair transplant, but a brain transplant, to start thinking like someone who's a mature man that people will actually respect. So just imagine this, though, this idea of brand imaging, that a man, and this is why there's Peter Pan viewers on here that are in their 30s and still focused on their looks, still assuming people are judging them on their hair instead of their confidence level independently and their ability to help other people. So what we see here is those Peter Pans are still in their idea, their brand image of themselves, how they want to see their avatar. They want to be seen as someone who still has a head of hair that still looks good no matter what their age is, which again is definitely juvenile, boyish thinking. So, okay, let's turn the tables on me then. What is my brand imaging? Is it about my looks? No, I change my looks constantly. 6 months ago, I had a shaved head and a beard out to here, and no glasses. Sometimes I wear sunglasses. The length of my hair changes. I've already mentioned that. Sometimes I don't wear glasses. None of that matters. My appearance does not matter to me. It's so fluid. Who cares about my appearance? That's probably, I'm learning a lot about myself right now. Probably part of my identity that I guess I'm the opposite of a lot of my viewers now that, I'm learning so much. Whereas for my younger viewers, and then the Peter Pans out there, their identity largely is how they look. And then for me, it's the complete opposite. Not only is my appearance not my identity, but the absence of my physical appearance is my identity. Not looking a certain way is my identity. Wow, that's pretty deep. And I did not realize that when I pressed record 4 minutes ago. That's very interesting. And I would actually speculate that has something to do with me being 20 years older. The older you get, the more mature you, well, I can't say the older you get, because then we were talking about the Peter Pans, you still worry about their looks. If you mature with wisdom and intelligence as you age, then I would say the more you progress, is what I should say, the less your looks have to do with your brand imaging, because you realize that as you grow up, as far as people paying respect to you, it has nothing to do with your looks. In fact, people will actually make fun of you if you're still that focused on your looks. You look really arrogant and immature and insincere if you're still focused on your looks as you get older. So the tables turn. Wow, I had no idea that's what this video was going to be about. I think I better stop talking right now before I get distracted. That's pretty deep. That's pretty brilliant. That's pretty IQ raising. Your comments belong right here.